Mario Strikers is considered to be one of the best Mario sports series out there. Mario Strikers is loved for its fast-paced gameplay and fleshed-out mechanics. The sport, Strike, is heavily inspired by soccer. Obviously, there's a couple of rule changes. Soccer, while beloved by many die-hard fans, is often despised for its slow pace. The size of the field can make the ball take forever to get anywhere. Strike fixes this issue by reducing the size of the field and having only 8 players on the field instead of 22. Strike also is much rougher than soccer. With 3 incredible games in the series, which one is the best? In this video, I'm going to be diving into all 3 Mario Strikers games to determine which one is the best. Let's get started. As the first game in the series, Super Mario Strikers is a little on the basic side compared to the other 2 games. Before starting a match, you must select a captain for each team. You have 9 iconic Mario characters to choose from: Mario, Daisy, Donkey Kong, Luigi, Yoshi, Waluigi, Wario, Peach, and Super Team. Super Team is this robot team unlocked by beating them in the Bowser Cup. Super Team's inclusion feels really weird, but it's interesting, I guess. Along with each captain, you have to choose their sidekicks, unless you choose Super Team as your captain. If you choose Super Team as your captain, all 4 players on the team will be Super Team. The other 8 captains can choose between Koopas, Birdos, Toads, and Hammer Bros to fill the other 3 spots on the team. Once both teams are chosen, you have to select the stadium. Each stadium works the exact same, so the only variety is in the aesthetic. Gameplay-wise, this Mario Strikers doesn't do much to stand out. You have all the basics, like tackles, items, and more, but there's no concrete mechanics that make this one feel unique. I mean, sure, the Bowser attacks are unique, but they're so infrequent and short that they don't add anything really. Honestly, it just makes more sense to have Bowser as a playable character instead of reducing him to a boring gameplay mechanic. Now, one of the bigger mechanics in this game is the Super Strike. A Super Strike is when the team captain fully charges up a shot and gets a chance to time this meter properly to blast it at the goalie and into the net. If the ball goes in, the goal is worth 2 goals. Super Strikes are hard to pull off because it's hard to isolate your captain from the other team long enough to pull one off. Plus, there's still a chance the goalie will block the shot. However, this mechanic is kept in some way throughout the series, so I wouldn't say this is groundbreaking for this game at all. Super Mario Strikers is a great start for the series, but it lacks the depth of the next 2 games. Mario Strikers Charged adds so much to the franchise. All of the captains and sidekicks returned from the first game with the exception of Super Team. They even brought back all the stadiums from the first game too. On top of the returning captains, we now have Bowser finally, Bowser Jr., Diddy Kong, and Petey Piranha. The captain selection in this game feels much more proper. The sidekick selection has doubled as well, adding Shy Guy, Boo, Drybones, and Monty Mole. You can also choose each sidekick individually instead of being forced to have all 3 of them be the same character. This allows for a lot more freedom when it comes down to your strategy. Some of the new stadiums even have interesting stage hazards too. For example, the lava pit has lava sprouting up everywhere. Gameplay-wise, Mario Strikers Charged takes everything from the first game and builds off of it incredibly well. One of the best aspects of this game is how each character has their own unique traits, like how Wario has his butt smash, or how Drybones can stun players with a fully charged shot. Each captain also has their own unique ability. Mario can become giant, Waluigi can create walls, and so on. The Super Strike is also back in the form of a Mega Strike. Captains can charge up a shot, and depending on the timing of the beat presses, you can shoot 3 to 6 balls at 3 different possible speeds. If a Mega Strike is performed against your team, you'll take control of the goalie and point the Wii Remote at the TV to block each ball. There's also cool challenges you can complete in this game to unlock cheats. There's a handful of awesome cheats that really spice up the game. If I were to give this game one criticism, I'd say it's how unbalanced this game can be. This game takes a lot of time and dedication to get skilled enough to unlock everything and beat the harder CPUs. This game gets incredibly chaotic, and battling CPUs who know all too well how to make aggressive offensive plays can feel near impossible at times. Certain items and abilities make it practically impossible to fend off certain hard CPUs. Sure, you can use these exact same abilities to your advantage, but it takes a lot of practice before you get to master these techniques. Plus, Mega Strikes, especially at the fastest speed, can be pretty hard to stop. Mega Strikes are an opportunity for a team to score up to 6 goals. This is a fairly silly thing to nitpick. It is a relatively minor flaw in an otherwise masterpiece of a game, but it's still worth mentioning. A whopping 17 years after Mario Strikers Charged, we got Mario Strikers Battle League. Battle League has a very different feel than Charged. Instead of having a selection of captains and a separate selection of sidekicks, you have 16 characters to choose from for each team. You have a lot of returning faces from the last few games, as well as Rosalina and Pauline. In this game, each team chooses half a stadium and they merge together. However, none of them have any unique hazards, which is really lame. The gameplay here is also a little simplified. The characters no longer have their own unique traits, which feels kinda dumbed down. Mega Strikes are also kinda dumbed down and are now Hyper Strikes. Since there's not really a designated captain for each team, anyone can perform a Hyper Strike, but you can't just perform one whenever you want. You have to wait for this orb thing to descend from the heavens, touch it with one of your teammates, and then do the usual charge up a shot thing. Because you can't really use the same mechanic as the Mega Strike where the goalie has to block each individual shot, the Hyper Strike brings back the mechanic where if the goalie can't block the shot, it's worth 2 goals. This game has a very strong focus on its online play. You can create or join a battle league with up to 20 players. Each battle league has its own jerseys, stadium, fans. It's pretty cool. The only issue is it can get old after a while. Online play is kind of just the same as playing regular matches over and over again. One of the biggest selling points for this game is gear. You can purchase multiple pieces of gear that allow you to customize each character's stats. This is a small but genius feature in this game. But the issue that spawns from gear is the amount of matches you have to grind to afford the gear you want. Mario Strikers Battle League excels at customization, but it wouldn't hurt if it added more content. So, after reflecting on each game in the trilogy, which one do I think is the best? Well, it's safe to say the original Mario Strikers is far from the best. Mario Strikers Charged is practically everything the first game was, but better. So the original is almost automatically ruled out. This means the war is between Charged and Battle League. And the winner is... Mario Strikers Charged. Mario Strikers Charged is so unbelievably well put together. This game is stacked to the brim with endless amounts of content for Mario Strikers game. Every little detail cements this game as the charming masterpiece it is. If Battle League went the extra mile by throwing in more characters, unique stadiums, and more game modes, it could easily be Charged. But the developers unfortunately got a little lazy with this one. Don't get me wrong, Battle League is still an incredible Mario sports game in my eyes, but Charged surpasses it by a landslide. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video, but until then, keep being awesome Nintendo fans. Peace out.